Governor J.B. Pritzker, Mayor Brandon Johnson standing up to President Trump's executive order calling for the deportation of undocumented immigrants.
And WGN's Jewel Hillary is live on the South Side with more on the pushback. Jewel.
Hi, good evening, Micah and Ray. Mayor Brandon Johnson as well as Governor J.B. Pritzker standing in solidarity together, saying they will continue to stand up for undocumented immigrants here in Chicago and across the state of Illinois. President Trump's campaign promised to deport millions and millions of immigrants, a major concern for many in Chicago, which Trump's border czar, Tom Homan, has called ground zero for mass deportations. Mayor Brandon Johnson adamant about protecting immigrants in the city.
We have given very clear instructions to our sister agencies in all of our city departments that they should and will and are expected to uphold our welcoming city ordinance.
Governor J.B. Pritzker says undocumented immigrants who've committed violent crimes should be deported, but that's not his stance on those who are not causing harm. When it comes to any updates on federal raids on undocumented immigrants, the governor says he's heard nothing.
The federal government has not communicated with the state of Illinois.
Since taking office again, President Trump has curbed entry into the U.S. from the southern border.
Immediately halted all entry of illegal border crossers, of which there were many, and began promptly returning the illegal trespassers back to the place from which they came. That action, as you've probably seen, has already started very strongly.
On Thursday, Mayor Johnson and CTA leadership launched a digital Know Your Rights campaign, showing at more than 400 CTA locations. The resources include information like who to call if ICE activity is suspected, along with the fact that you have the right to remain silent when questioned or arrested by immigration officers. Immigration advocates suggest not to share citizenship status with police or federal agents, not to sign documents you don't understand, and recommend speaking with a lawyer. Additionally, advocates advise not to open the door for ICE agents who they say are required to have a warrant signed by a judge to enter your home. Part of the president's executive orders would allow arrests in places like churches and schools, which have been off limits for more than a decade. It's reported that the president's vow to deport high numbers of immigrants hinges on securing money for more beds in detention centers. At this time, the Trump administration has not publicly shared how much that will cost. Reporting live on the South Side tonight, I'm Jewel Hillary, WGN News.
Thank you, Jewel.